everybody. So today let's review profit maximization, so positive and negative economic profit. So we start out with positive economic profit. Right, so we have our usual profit maximization graph. Price, quantity, marginal revenue is right here. And then we have our Nike swoosh marginal cost curve. Right, and then the important thing here is the placement of the average total cost curve, right? So in the case of positive economic profit, as you'll see, the average total cost curve crosses below this point right here. Or you can also say it crosses the MC curve below MR, right? So I'll label this point right here just so we can see, right? And our ATC, average total cost, is going to cross below this. It's going to cross the MC below this point right here. So it's going to look something like that, right? We can label it average total cost. Right, so the points that are going to be important here is marginal revenue. This is P star, right? And then we can bring this line down here to give us our Q star, right? And then we have right here the intersection of the ATC curve, right, where we drew our dotted Q star line, and we can bring that across right here. So this is going to be our ATC star, right? And so these usually will have numbers to them, right? But just for the sake of making it a little bit easier, we can just use letters. So like we can just use A and B, right? So this upper rectangle right here is going to be A, right? And this lower one's B right here, right? So what's the most important thing to know? Maybe I'll scooch this over just a little bit, right? The most important thing to know here is that I'll put like a star at Q star, right? What do we notice at P star? P star is greater than ATC star, right? So this is how we know that there's going to be positive economic profit, right? Because price is greater than the average total cost, right? So how do we find profit? Profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost, right? Where total revenue is equal to price times quantity, right? So P star times Q star. I'm just going to leave the stars out to make it a little bit more simple. And then total cost is equal to average total cost times Q, right? And again, the stars can be here. I just don't want to make it cluttered, so we're just going to leave that out, right? And so that gives us profit is equal to, well, what's our total revenue? Our P times Q is going to be A plus B, right? Minus TC, what's our total cost? Well, it's just going to be B, right? So you can see that that leaves us with, right, A plus B minus B is just A. So that leaves us with the area A. So area A is our profit, right? So we can interpret as is our profit, right? So this is in the case, hopefully you can see all of that. This is in the case of positive economic profit, right? So what about negative economic profit? Right, well again, the important thing here is the location of the ATC curve, right? Is it above or below P star? So I'll move it down so you can see this. All right, we'll just draw our usual graph again. Profit maximization. All right, here's our marginal revenue curve. Marginal cost curve. right? And here's the important fact. So for negative economic profit, the ATC curve is going to cross above where MR crosses MC, right? So then here we can do the same thing again, right? So this is P star, right? And what we're going to want to do is we want to draw a line right from this point all the way down. This is our Q star. Notice I didn't start here, right? It's not where the ATC crosses the MC, it's where the MR crosses the MC, and then you just drag the line upwards. Right, so this gives us right here ATC star, right? And we can label again, this is area A, this is area B. Right, so what's the important thing to note here? Well, same logic as we used above, right? At Q star, P star is less than ATC star, right? Or you could have written it as ATC star is greater than P star. As you can see, right? The ATC here is higher than the P star. This is our ATC, this is our P star, right? So this tells you right off the bat that we're gonna have negative profit, right? So you can do the same thing, profit, total revenue minus total cost, right? Where total revenue is equal to P times Q. Again, the stars on those, I'm just for simplicity leaving those out. TC is equal to ATC times Q, right? And then this helps us calculate our profit. So our profit, what's our total revenue? P times Q. Here is just the area B minus total cost, which is ATC times Q, which is area A plus B. Right? And so this will leave you with area negative A, right? Because B minus B cancels out, so you're just left with negative A, right? And that gives you negative profit. And then you could probably imagine zero economic profit. Let's just do it real quick. Sideways. Right, here's our MRMC. Well, you can probably imagine that at zero economic profit, the ATC crosses right here at this intersection point, right? So in this case, right, P star is also equal to ATC star. So the price and the cost are the same, right? So this leaves us with zero economic profit. So when you're thinking about, just to like finalize, right, when you're thinking about economic profit, the important key is what's the location of the ATC curve, right? If it's above, if the ATC is above P star, you're gonna have negative economic profit, right? Because costs are higher than the price that you're selling whatever item at, right? And then in this case, if the price is higher than the ATC, you have positive profit, right? Because you're making more money than you're actually spending on costs. Hopefully this made sense.